r/AskReddit by Redmond Dites. Americans of Reddit, what's the funniest thing a foreigner has said to you about America? A waiter in Prague asked where I was from. I told him Boston. He said, "Oh, I have a friend named Thomas Dvorak in Wyoming. Do you know him?" A Persian man that I worked with did a redneck impression. He said, "I'm an American, and I like guns and Jesus," in a perfect southern accent. Worked with a German guy once. Somehow the History Channel came up in convo. As a Hitler channel. I chuckled. A Chinese exchange student in college could not grasp a concept of yo mama jokes. He ran into the room in nothing but a towel and yelled, "Yo mama fuck bad hee hee," and shimmied off. A French guy asked me if we really put ranch on everything. I said, "Yes, even salad," and he stared at me like I'd just admitted to living in a dumpster. An international student from Malta and I were hanging out at the smokers lounge, aka the place in front of the dorms where people smoked. A raccoon popped out of one of the trash cans, and he freaked out and said that the animals in North America were the size of monsters. My wife's Swedish cousins thought they could go explore both New York City and Los Angeles in a single weekend. A Japanese person once told me that the United States is enviably wide. While being transported from the airport to the hotel in Morocco, the cab driver said, "American?" To which I responded yes. His response, yes, Bill Clinton." Are cheerleaders real? Teenager in London in 2006. Cheerleaders were in movies, but they had no idea if that was a real thing. It was a charming conversation as a teenager. I'm in Paris with my wife, and we booked a professional photographer for an hour. He kept telling us his favorite thing about America was that there was a CVS on every corner. I said to him, "The best part about Paris is that there is not a CVS on every corner." It was a funny moment. I used to work in a kitchen at a Mexican restaurant, and two of the cooks, they were brothers, were learning English. They were in high school at the time, so they were learning a lot of slang too, and they thought it was very weird how we say "I feel you" when you agree with somebody. Every time I say it now, I can't help but think how weird it actually is. LMAO. Saying I had an angry sink because it had a garbage disposal in it. I was in Spain, and a very loud Irish man told me that I was very quiet for an American. Not said but done. When an international student took her top off at a public pool and unintentionally created quite a scene. It wasn't said to me directly, but I read somewhere that April this year, when TikTok was down in the United States, a bunch of users migrated over to Rednote, and for a couple days, there was a basically unmoderated cultural exchange between United States and Chinese users asking each other questions. And my absolute favorite question I saw a Chinese citizen ask of an American was, "Why do you eat like your healthcare is free?" My co-workers all wished me a happy holiday with my family before St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish, just the only white person on the team. When I studied abroad in Germany, my host family told me, "We bought lots of peanut butter for you. We know Americans need peanut butter." I do love peanut butter, but I had definitely never heard that stereotype before. I told someone who wanted to visit both coasts in a couple days, it takes like 8 hours to fly from one side of our country to the other. He answered, "Do American planes not fly as fast as other countries?" Had some visitors from Japan, and they asked if they could swing over by the west coast for an afternoon. I explained to them that it was about 3,000 miles away and would take several days to drive there. Was at a pub in Italy with a friend, and some of the guys found out we were American. Proceeded to take shots with them, toasting to the Ohios. "We are not from Ohio lol." Was at the Grand Tetons, and a bunch of Korean older men asked if I was Mormon. I replied, "No, sorry, we are not from here." They all started giggling and go, "We are not from here either." It was so adorable, and we all got a good laugh. Do you have any permanent houses? This man I knew in college was from rural Kenya. Apparently your temporary house was constructed of wood. Folks that had gained enough wealth no longer had a wooden house. I've had Irish guys in a cafe tease my sister and me for being California girls who want almond milk for their lattes. The whole restaurant laughed because honestly it was pretty funny and true. When I went to St. Lucia, the cab drivers would ask where I was from, and when I said California, they would say, "Kobe Bryant, the Governator." Edit. For more context, the Irish guys worked at the cafe in Dublin, and we were on their turf. My Chinese roommate told me, in America, if some is enough, more is always better. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.